Okay, let's get to some fighting without fists. I don't know.
Miniature guns, bro.
Yeah.
Miniature
Fighting
guns.
without fists.
All right,
Fighting with words.
Let's get into
Words, harsh words.
Let's get into what happened
Sound like a nerd.
since the last time we talked about Ja Morant. I got a whole write-up here. It's not. I mean, I'm just gonna read to you, and you guys can give your thoughts. I'll give my thoughts. So, since the last time we talked about the Ja Morant situation, he had a sit-down interview with Jalen Rose, where honestly he was asking him some goofy-ass questions. This is some of the stuff that he said during the interview. So here's some of the quotes.
Bad questions too.
I was thinking that the same
that
thing.
bad?
He said the gun wasn't mine.
Oh, Ja.
It's
yeah.
not
No,
who I
but
am.
you got to sound what Jalen asked him
Jalen
first.
asked.
He said, "Was it?" I think the first question he says, "Was it your gun?" I remember. I saw like that. Was it your gun? He's like, "Who the fuck? That was not mine. I do not condone."
No, he didn't say no. He didn't just say who. Like he didn't say was it your gun. He said whose gun was it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whose gun was it?
Nigga,
That's
like,
a-
yeah, hey, that's the homie. Like, like, hey, that's the homie down the street. Like, give him his
All right,
heart.
let me
That
finish, let
Jalen
me
Martinez
finish, let me
a gun.
finish.
He lives
Yeah.
from 5512 Los
Yeah.
Angeles.
Social security number.
Let's hear the rest. Let's hear the rest. Let's hear the
I can't
rest.
even get the whole thing. That's why I said give your
Let's hear the
thoughts
rest.
after.
Let's hear the
Y'all
rest.
gonna go
Sorry,
crazy.
sorry.
Interrupt. Go ahead.
You could. I'm gonna say everything he said. You guys can give your thoughts on everything after. So he said the gun wasn't mine. It's not who I am. I don't condone any type of violence. Said the guy who said it's free to see how hollows feel. He said I made a bad mistake. I can see the image that I painted over myself with the recent mistakes. But in the future, I'm gonna show everyone who Ja really is, what I'm about, and change the narrative. Who want to go first on this?
I was fucking with the third person, to be honest. He did it a few times during the interview. He kept switching
Ja,
to third
not
person. He
that
was like,
guy.
Here's-
make sure Ja good.
You gotta make sure the sponsors are right, man.
Hey man, like
I'm gonna give my thoughts because I wrote a whole thing.
it was the questions that had me crying, like, cause they were some fat ass questions. He was literally asking exactly like, so who exactly gun was
Yeah.
that?
The funny thing is,
And, like-
obviously, Jaw has to clear the questions.
And
before they're asked.
but he asked about every single instance. It just felt like I was like, what do you expect? Like John's gonna give the same answer, you know? Like he gave like virtually like not the same exact answer, but pretty much the same
scope of
answer.
things,
Yeah,
same
like
scope of things.
he still has to tie it back into like learning and evolving and
Being
healing and
better.
stuff. Like
Everybody says
I mean, to me, like I'm a believe what he said, even though all of it was definitely like his PR team putting it out, and clearly his PR team, like from the jump, the whole counseling thing. Like, did you really get help in a week of counseling, bro? Come on, let's be real. It just feels disingenuous. Like it's just they're just saying the shit and it's not really true. You could tell during the interview he was like trying not to laugh half the time. And yeah, it just feels like they're just doing this to get him back on the court as soon as possible and like clear his name. And I also wrote down here, at this point, he just got to show us. Like, enough talking, enough PR, like, whatever. We don't care. Like, you just got to start being better. You can't just say, I'm going to change the narrative and then go back on IG Live, back at the strip club, whatever.
Singing NBA Youngboy lyrics.
There's nothing wrong with the strip
He's
club.
NBA
Nothing
young
wrong
man
with
now, grown into NBA young
There's
man.
nothing wrong with the strip club
There's
as a
nothing
young
wrong with
NBA
going-
black
yeah.
man in the
But in the
NBA.
situation he's in, he can't be putting himself back in that
No,
environment.
fact, yeah. You should not have guns and
Right.
thugs with you.
I mean, he could have guns, just don't show them.
Yeah,
Club,
don't snitch. He self-snitched.
Yeah.
Like,
Did
why
you-
would you do that?
Enjoy yourself.
Did you guys-
not on live?
Did you guys see the? I don't know if it was real or not on Twitter. They said Grizzlies are now required to leave right after the away team is done, so they don't put them in a high risk.
They grounded the whole team.
Yeah, they put him on a timeout, so they don't put like Ja, I guess, in a high risk scenario to
that's
do
terrible.
bad.
No,
So they're
crazy
gonna
that
go
is.
back
Yeah,
overnight
that's
instead of sleeping over.
Yeah, they're treating them like boys, bro.
Imagine
go
if you one of the
anywhere, like,
homies on Memphis, bro. You ready to spend some
I
money
don't-
on some
If you wanna
bitch?
go-
Like I don't know about
After
that
a
one.
bad night,
Like I get it, but I don't know
and
about.
you can't. No minutes. Can't get out
No
there,
hoes for
bro.
y'all.
Treat them like little kids. These are grown men.
Yo,
Steven Adams is a
The
grown
crazy thing
grown
he
man.
said in that interview was like, I'm gonna change the narrative. Like, bro, you the one that started this narrative with all the dumb shit you was doing.
Yeah.
And like on top of the interview, I didn't even say this. Like, it was so like unserious. It looked like they had the same gun pointed at him during the interview, like forcing him to say all this shit.
But you know, it's a PR type of stunt.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's what I was
but
saying.
I
yeah.
think I mentioned in the group chat. Okay, I don't like Kyrie. I don't like him at all.
Why are we on
at all.
Kyrie?
Wait, what happened?
No,
Hold
I
on,
don't
hold on.
like
Talk
him.
about Kyrie because
But why are we on Kyrie?
he
now?
had
But-
a longer suspension.
but-
than what
but-
Jaw
Oh, I
had.
see.
This
Okay.
motherfucker, I mean, they didn't let him like in the building, bro, because he fucking posted some shit about a movie that fucking harassed or says bad shit about Jewish people. Like, damn, bro, you went harder on him than you did on this boy with a fucking gun.
It's because Jaw's the face. He's the face of the league, bro. Like they need him to be back. He generates revenue for the league.
Is Denver open carry?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think so, right?
It was, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they didn't charge him with like actual
like,
crime.
Ja, like I think he has the most social media views besides Steph. He's like number 2. He's like a human highlight.
He's
You need
top
him in
10
the
in
league.
jersey sales too.
Yeah, too. Like obviously you're gonna give if you're Adam Silver and you're thinking strategically, you're not gonna give this nigga 50 games. Like 50 games is gonna hurt the revenue of the league, and you want Ja's obviously gonna have like
Stern.
huh? Yeah, he's not David
Ja
Stern at
has a
all.
burner, right?
Probably.
What kind of
No,
burner?
I mean,
Oh,
we know he has a burner.
But
Like an account?
like Twitter,
No,
Twitter
like,
burner?
like, you know.
Oh,
Ja.
That is not what I was thinking, my boy.
He
The
got
man
way
fucking
more
shoot,
burners than
dog.
one. You
Bro,
gotta
the
be
man not the
fucking
burner
shoot.
I had in mind.
He's gotten better.
Yes, I can shoot.
He's gotten better for sure. I
No,
think he's shooting like
Jose-
shooting a good
Jose
percentage
Alvarado.
this year. Way better than he did last year.
Where does he rank on your top 5 point guards?
He's
Right
in the
now,
league?
right now.
He's in the top 5.
I don't know. It's just a,
More,
we
right?
got to be prepared for the segment.
Just
No, no.
Steph is better. Luka's
Steph,
better.
Luka,
Dame
Dame.
Dame is now.
is LeBron. LeBron's not.
Steph
LeBron.
and Dame. He's
Ja.
about to be when he comes
Or
back.
Dame and Ja. I mean, I'd say Dame is better, but you can
Kyrie's
argue
not better, right? Kyrie's not
No,
better.
he's not better
Okay,
than
good.
Ja.
Is
And what's the other?
De'Aaron Fox.
No,
He's having a great year.
Yeah, but Ja's the reason why.
It's easy to
Stop
say that
Shea.
because
Stop.
If Shea's a point guard, is he better?
No.
No.
Skill wise,
debatable,
yes.
though. It's debatable.
Skill wise, I'd say yes, but Ja's
I
better.
say take Ja.
Because you have to take into the win. Like Memphis is only winning because of him. Like the past few years, you know.
No, because
Not only
without
Pep
Ja.
has been too. They've won without him. But I mean, he's the face of their.
He is
team.
the face. Yeah,
He
I'll give
elevated
you that.
like him coming and playing like that.
Changes
Well,
the
yeah,
culture. He
He
changed the
bang
culture.
out. That's why he was just fucking.
I mean, he definitely
This
changed the
nigga's
culture.
using all the terms like
You
I don't know what
bang
type of
the fuck
banging
out.
out you talking about.
Bow.
Shooting, dunking.
We don't know anymore.
He's on timing right now. He's on timing. He's on timing.
But yeah,
Thanks, Gabe.
plus the playoffs are coming too.
Does he have
Taking
a killer
Ja-
crossover?
Oh my god. Murdering niggas.
He's a killer. He a killer on the court.
Yeah, but taking Ja out of the playoffs, this year's playoffs is probably going to be the best since like 2016 in terms of competitiveness. You definitely want to have Ja in the playoffs there too because of how much money you're going to generate from the Memphis
Facts.
Grizzlies.
It just also
So-
would not be fun to watch the Grizzlies. without
Exactly.
Ja Morant. But I'm just surprised that it was not even for the rest of the season. Like it was very light. And
It was
they
8 games.
It was
included.
8 games.
Yeah, that's what I'm
including the
saying. Like
games,
it's
like,
basically
that
3
you-
games
yeah.
that he didn't take away to rehab or whatever that he
For
was
a
doing.
week.
Terrible.
Yeah,
You know what's
Yeah,
going
but
on,
Arena's
bro.
probably kicking a wall. Like,
What did he get?
50.
50.
Fuck.
He had it in the locker room.
Yeah.
Do you
They
think
didn't
if
even
it
catch
was-
him on camera.
That's
Do
crazy.
you think if it was earlier in the season they would have given more games since it's so close to the
Yeah.
playoffs? They're like, we can't really.
I think so.
It depends
Probably.
on how
That's
early.
probably
I don't know.
Like
10 games in or something?
no, like 15, 20 games in. You think?
Yeah, they would have got.
Well, how many more
Yeah.
games till the
Longer than
playoffs?
this for sure. Longer
Like
than-
3
but
weeks?
Probably not 50.
Like 10, I think.
Adam Silver would never.
Yeah,
I don't
50
think
with
two to 3 weeks
I don't
left.
think Adam Silver will ever ban anybody like that. Like,
No, it depends on how
50
serious it
games.
is.
They
They
one
have to
wasn't
like
serious.
fight a fan
Yeah,
like
they have to do some
Malice at the
crazy-
Palace.
That's
shit.
a good one.
Malice Palace,
And they got to kill somebody.
Somebody.
He's so much
Get him
more
out.
lenient.
No,
he's
they're
so much
cut
more
if they
lenient.
do that
Oh,
shit.
Yeah.
Dude, Josh Primo got cut for flashing his meat. Like they,
yeah,
they
yeah,
definitely
he's
cut
for
in
sure.
somebody
Yeah,
for doing that.
Multiple times, not
Nobody's
just
picking
once.
He was
He
kind
was
of
a
nice.
habitual
Not in the way you
flasher,
think.
yeah.
He was a
Pause, pause, pause.
habitual
He's a serial
flasher.
flasher.
Yeah, thank you.
Then Udoka's not even a
He had
coach.
flashy passes.
Taking
Showed
dick out
he showed
for
flashes,
no
great
reason.
flashes.
That's
So,
actually a crazy
yeah.
ass story though.
If it was like, man, who's like a poor man's Ja Morant?
What?
Like a person that
Poor
does jaw
man's,
that's
that's a good
that's not good.
Oh, like
Russell
does
Westbrook.
bad.
That's
He's a
tough.
legend, though.
I'm sorry.
He's a legend.
I'm sorry, Russ. I'm sorry,
the,
Russ.
the Lakers and you.
Russ would
I don't
never
think there's
do
many
that.
more like people who
family
like do
man.
stupid stuff
Who's
now.
like
Like
just the dunker? Derrick Jones Jr. Like if you get Derrick Jones
What
Jr.
the fuck? What the fuck?
If he did what he did, this nigga be out the league, bro.
Hold on.
Oh, you mean if Derrick
Well,
Jones Jr.
Yeah, we got the
fucking-
gun and it was like flashing
Oh,
it and everything.
yes.
Oh yeah, no, that nigga sitting down.
So if he
What
was
if
doing that,
Austin
he'd be out the
Reeves was
league.
fucking
Bro, Derrick
right
Jones
there
Jr.
like,
might get
what's
cut
up,
next season
bitch?
just for playing basketball.
15.
Like,
Nah,
That's
he
true,
would've-
that's
he
true,
would've-
though, but-
his fame, Austin Reeves fans would have like would have.
Oh yeah,
If he did that.
See, he would have got the cred. He would have got the cred Ja
He
wanted.
would've had
If
to
Austin
be-
did it, he would have got the cred.
He
because
would've had
Austin
to
never
be.
like pretended to be that. Like it would just be out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But Ja like is trying to prove that he's
Goddamn.
that.
He hates
Plus with
guns
the
though. He said it.
allegations,
He
too.
hates guns though. He said it.
Who Reeves?
Reeves, yeah. People
Ah.
people called him AR-15 and like he likes play on like he's like.
Bro,
like,
he's
come on,
from
guys.
Oklahoma. You're lying.
They kill people.
no, he
guys.
said it. He said it. He's like I don't like that
Yeah,
nickname
he's
guys.
capping for the gram or whatever.
What
Yeah,
did he
JC.
say? What'd you say?
Huh?
You don't like what?
Nickname guys.
He don't like guns like that. That's what he said. But you know, I don't know. I guess
Back to my point. Though,
That's right, you could be
if
just
you have
capping for
somebody
the-
that's not as popular as Ja Morant
It's
or the
hard.
future that he is, this man would have got suspended for way more games.
He would've just
Yeah,
cut.
he
Like,
should have.
100%, yeah.
and
Yeah,
if
the
his
time-
salary wasn't that much, easily cut.
The
Like,
timing, especially, like I think it's like a big deal. Like that's a big reason. There's only,
That's a
like,
good point.
couple games.
Yeah.
There's still a few. Like you could have suspended him
A
for
little
like
more.
basically the whole season. I'd be like, oh.
You think
That's a
players?
good, yeah, that would have been better.
gonna give him like a lot of
regular
games.
season.
Whole regular season would have been better.
I thought the whole regular season he was gonna be gone, and
But
then
they're like, we want him
No,
to
we-
get back in the flow with his teammates.
or whatever.
Man, I want to make sure that they're ready for
He's
playoffs.
rehabbed, guys. He rehabbed. Come on.
You think
He
people are
went
going to
to-
talk trash about the gun situation on the court with him? Try to like get him angry or
How come
something?
you a shooter out there, but
Nah,
no?
nah.
Who do you think would say that?
Good
Though?
at Ja.
Who would say that to Jaw's face?
Pacers again? No, I'm playing.
Draymond, nah.
Who would be like a
they're good.
dickhead like to say to him like
Beverly 100%.
Bev might say it. Bev
Maybe
might
not
say it.
that direct.
Nah, I
No,
don't
but
think
Bev
so.
was very
Somebody
supportive.
else.
He's like, he made a mistake.
Yeah,
Let's move
yeah,
on. So
I
Bev
think so.
literally said, he's
You
like,
know what's funny? If he wasn't on his team, Dylan Brooks would say that shit.
Dylan Brooks would bring that up.
Dude,
Dylan
you
Brooks
see him
would
like
bring that up.
kiss Luca the other, or like blow him a
All
kiss.
right, all right.
So kiss Luca.
fuck you
Like he
looking
made a
at?
three-pointer.
What you mean?
He made a
Kinda
three-pointer
algorithm
and
they
like
lose?
kissed his lips to Luca on the bench after he made it.
I like that, bro. What are you talking about?
That's what he did. And Luca was like smiling. Him and
Bro,
Kyrie.
Luka like
That guy is just like, he gets in the fucking locker
He knows
room
what he's.
with his like camel toe on and like,
Oh my god.
Brooks.
Oh my god.
he's like,
What is it called? Camel
bro,
tail.
like they not ready for us, bro. They
Oh,
like
bro,
stay on that side, bro. Like,
How do you even
Who
get
I-
popular
oh,
to the
wait.
point where you can talk trash and like,
like
everybody
20%.
picks it up? But everyone's picking up his trash talking.
I
Like,
know it's annoying when niggas get famous for like that shit. Like,
hey,
you know,
they
like,
say there's no such thing as bad press. He's definitely a
I'm not getting
living,
famous. He's
Yeah,
not
actually,
famous,
living
but,
embodiment.
This
of
is definitely
I
bad
guess
press.
so.
But I mean, I guess there's no such thing because it's the attention.